welcome back to the Craft Beer Hub. This is another one of the Oktoberfest beers. Well, I say that, one of the Oktoberfest beers that I got sent from the Belgian beer company. They've done like a pack of 6. And that 6 pack of beers included the Hofbrau, I'm looking at that, they're all down in the box here. The Hackerschwur, the Lowenbrau, the Paulaner, and the Spartan, and the other beer that I'm going to review today. The first 5 that I just mentioned, they are 5 of the big 6. The big 6 being the big 6 Bavarian breweries that supply Oktoberfest beer to the official Oktoberfest event in Munich over, well, middle of September to middle of October, basically. The Oktoberfest obviously used to be in October, but they basically moved it because the weather's better in September. They kind of pulled it back a few weeks, and there we go. This particular beer, it's an Oktoberfest beer brewed to the Bavarian purity law from a Bavarian brewery. I'm sure they're Bavarian. I'm absolutely sure they're Bavarian. They must be, because their beer is called an Oktoberfest beer. Now, for a brewery to call their beer an Oktoberfest beer, it must have been brewed. Go and have a look online. I might butcher this, but it must have been brewed within the city limits of Munich. It's something to do with Munich. City limits, or the kind of area that Munich operates. All the others are called Fest beers. I don't know where Schneider Weisse are from, but they do like a Fest beer. There's a lot of other breweries that I think Schneider Weisse, Erdinger, they do like a Fest beer, I think. But all the other breweries, if they want to brew like an Oktoberfest special beer, they have to call it a Fest beer, and that is by law. So yes, this particular beer, I won't ramble on anymore, but this particular beer is an Oktoberfest beer, but it's not one of the big 6 that's going to be served at the official Oktoberfest event. And it's a Weisse beer from Erdinger. There we go. We all know Erdinger. They're quite widely available in the UK right now, mostly for their Erdinger Weisse. And this is the Oktoberfest, Weisse beer, brewed in Bavaria, Germany. There we go. This particular beer, what's the ABV? I thought I saw the ABV. This done this to me last time when I was looking. 5.7. So all the Oktoberfest beers generally around 6%. And this has got the Bavarian, this has been brewed with the Bavarian double maturity method. There we go. Didn't know that was a thing. But there you go. Let's not waste any more time then. Let's get the beer open and into a glass. So Erdinger, I don't mind an Erdinger Weisse, if I'm honest. Probably not my favourite. I'd probably go a long way to beating Franziskaner. But yeah, an Erdinger Weisse isn't the end of the world. Let's get this into a glass. I've just rinsed the glass out. Boom, there you go. I'm going to go for quite an aggressive pour to get a nice head on it, as it would be served in Germany, or Bavaria, more specifically. Boom, there you go. Look at that. It's almost an amber hazy beer. There is a level of carbonation in it that's kicking off. I did rinse the glass out, which has probably done the glass a favour, actually. It's got an intentional 3.5 finger white head. Pretty solid head, actually. Honestly, looks absolutely fantastic in the glass. Let's get a nose then. Oh, lovely, deep, sort of almost ripe banana. And with that, you get like the bubblegum aromas. Slight touch of citrus. A little bit of spice in there, not too much. But yeah, main thing is banana, bubblegum, citrus. That just smells absolutely out of this world. Let's not waste any more time. Prost. That's wonderful. I don't normally... Wow, the flavours. That banana. I don't normally choose a Weisse beer, but it's almost like every time I do, I kind of wonder why I didn't before. And this has probably got me thinking the most, actually. It's certainly more, if we're going to use like Franziskaner as a bit of a kind of post in the ground, It feels certainly more flavourful than a Franziskaner. Definitely more fruity than a Franziskaner. Maybe not as spicy as a Franziskaner. But for me, that works well. I've got a slightly sweeter tooth. And where it isn't as spicy, it's more fruity than the Franziskaner. And that absolutely suits me down to the ground. It's nice and soft in the mouth. Good level of carbonation there, actually, to break that softness down, if you know what I mean, to keep it refreshing. It's not a heavy going beer, but the overriding flavour is deep ripe banana. Think like those almost like brown bananas that you left in your fruit bowl for 2 weeks. There is a bubblegum element with that as well that is in there. And there's a slight citrus, ever so slightly spicy, bit of clove in there, but you're really talking, there isn't a lot of that in there. How does it finish? It finishes really light. Finishes really crisp and light for me. This is really good. This is really, really good. Like I say, not necessarily one of the big six. So if you go into Bavaria, or Munich to be more precise, to go to the official Oktoberfest event, you might not see this on, but you will do in a lot of places around Munich. You probably get it in the UK as well. This is really, really quite nice. It's just that right banana. And it's almost like they put banana in it. And I know they wouldn't have done, because they can't, to brew it to the purity laws, they can't do that. But there is that kind of like wheaty, real deep wheaty character to this. But the main flavour is banana, and that is absolutely wonderful. Let's have a look at the bottle then. This beautiful, beautiful label. So what you've got on there, you've got the kind of a man and a woman of Oktoberfest with the Erdinger Oktoberfest logo there. It's just traditionally German, isn't it? I mean, you could take all the branding off and you'd know that was German from all like the kind of the leafy surround to it and the picture. They're obviously they're each carrying. The woman's carrying 3 steins of Erdinger and the guy's carrying 1. But yeah, that's a lovely, lovely beer. Let's have a quick look at the back of the bottle then. Obviously, it's a wheat beer, or Cerveza de Trigo if you're Spanish. Brewed and bottled by Erdinger Oktoberfest. I believe they are the world's biggest wheat beer brewery. And yeah, if that's coming out of the world's biggest wheat beer brewery, because often size doesn't go along with quality, does it? But if that's coming out of the biggest wheat beer brewery in the world, they're doing something right. Where are they? Erding. I think they actually are in Erding, in Deutschland, which must be down in Bavaria. They're a private brewery. They're independently owned, these guys. So that's another little plus, because I think one of the Oktoberfest breweries, Lowenbrau, is actually AB InBev. But yeah, independently owned, world's biggest wheat beer brewery. That is an absolute masterpiece. One of the best wheat beers that I've ever tried. It's up there. It really is up there. I think I had a Schneiderweiss Fest Oktoberfest beer last year that was really, really good, and I'd love to try this side by side. But certainly here and now, this is absolutely up there. It's an absolute delight. Yeah, it's just making me smile. That ripe banana. It's not too spicy, which I'm a fan of. If you like your spicy, more aggressive wheat beers, this probably won't be in your top 10. But yeah, for me, that is an absolute winner. How would I rate it then? There's going to be a theme here. And don't slate me, because I've got a funny feeling. I've only tried 2 of these now, these Oktoberfest beers. but there's going to be a theme. This is also a 5 out of 5. The first beer that I tried was the Hofbrau beer, Hofbrau Oktoberfest. That was insane. This is a wheat beer. Obviously, that was a lager. But yeah, it's a 5 out of 5. I haven't tasted anything better than it, so I have to rate it 5 out of 5 right now. Yeah, and it's not that expensive either. You're probably talking like £3 a bottle, £3.50 a bottle. It's not that expensive, is it? And yeah, what can I say? What a beer. Thanks very much for watching, guys. If you could like and subscribe, that'd be amazing. And leave us a comment as well. Are you getting on these Oktoberfest beers? I'm not much of a hype buyer. I kind of like, much like the Hawkstone beer, I kind of like leave the hype alone. I don't like to get on the hype. But these beers are excellent, and there's a reason why everybody rushes out to buy them. Get in the comments, let me know if you're having them. Yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.